Hello, it's Blaine again. We have now finished all existing episodes of Pat Novak for Hire. For our next series, it's going to be a little different. Instead of taking a particular radio show and running every surviving episode from start to finish in sequence, it's more of an anthology package. So the plan this time is inspired partly by the now recurring series I'm a part of within the Is It Jaws movie podcast, in which Trey Hooks plus myself and the two regular co-hosts are all going through the filmography of Alfred Hitchcock. A lot of Hitchcock's films were popular enough that they've been adapted to radio. So that is what we are doing next. We are running through the existing adaptations, either of Hitchcock's versions directly or of some other adaptations drawing from the same source material, as Hitchcock tended to go pretty liberal when he was adapting from the source material. So we're going to have a 37-week series with, by the time we're done, 4 different versions of the 39 Steps, including our first 2 episodes. We'll also have versions of The Lodger, Rebecca, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Suspicion, Shadow of a Doubt, Foreign Correspondent, Notorious. We've also got some other things like Banquo's Chair that are adapting episodes that were also adapted to Alfred Hitchcock Presents after these radio programs. So these will be coming from Lux Radio Theater, Mercury Theater, Suspense, Academy Award Theater, Mystery in the Air, Escape, Studio One, Screen Directors Playhouse, and a number of different sources. Sleep No More is the other source. So we'll get a fair variety. One thing that they will all have in common is that there will be suspense elements of things that were also adapted by Hitchcock. So Paradigm Case, Strangers on the Train, and so forth. So join us next week when we do our first version of the 39 Steps. We'll see 2 of those before we get to the unaired pilot, or at least the pilot for the suspense that did not continue. When that legendary series was first proposed, it was proposed in 1940, and Hitchcock himself directed that first radio episode adapting The Lodger, which he'd originally done as a silent film. So stay tuned for 2 weeks of the 39 Steps before The Lodger, and then we continue with a 37-episode series. Thank you for listening.